It's your boy Rich Ones. Listen, damn man, that post doing good. On me expounding on the difference between, the charges on Durk's case. I appreciate everybody engaging, but I want to break this down real quick because a lot of people keeps talking about the feds got a 97% conviction rate. So let me just expound on that. But first, let me tell y'all the first thing that Durk's lawyers is gonna do. The first thing that they gonna do is try to beat that case on a technicality. They gonna try to beat that case on technicalities. When I say Durk got money, this is where the money come into play. Durk not only can hire a lawyer, he can hire private investigators, he can hire paralegals as well. The paralegals will go research every aspect of that case, the warrants, the evidence, how they obtained the evidence, you know what I mean, and make sure everything was legal. They can search thousands and thousands and thousands of cases in a few hours by putting keywords into search engines, into case law search engines, and pull up cases that will aid in the system in a motion to dismiss based on technicalities. That's the first thing his lawyers is going to do. That's what money buy you when you fighting the feds, when you fighting the state. When you got that bread, man, you can fight your case. You can fight your case. The first thing they're going to do is try to beat this case on technicalities. Make sure that the feds did everything by law. And it's thousands and thousands and thousands of cases that could come in favor, of Lil Durk's situation. Now, people keep talking about the feds got a 97% conviction rate. That's one of the top comments on my previous post. Let me explain something to you why the feds have a 97% conviction rate. First and foremost, the feds very, very rarely, if ever, deal with cases like this. Red rum for hire cases, conspiracy to commit red rum cases are usually dealt with on the state level. The feds primarily deal with paperwork type cases, blue collar, white collar crime, whatever you call it, embezzlement, things like that, but also drug trafficking cases. And so when you got a drug trafficking case, the feds can just sit back and watch you for 10 years if they want to, and watch you make dozens and dozens and dozens of transactions, which creates a mountain of evidence. You dig what I'm saying? By the time you get to court, you know what I mean, they let your lawyer know, look, man, we got this man on 100 transactions, 30 transactions. We kicked in his stash house. We found $10,000. We found half a brick. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of times them guys ain't really got no money. They just low-level dealers. Very rarely do they get the top guys. They try to flip the small guys to get the top guys. So the feds convict a lot of small guys. And the way that the feds get a lot of convictions is through the small guys pleading guilty. A lot of them don't have money to fight their case. And so they plead out. And that's why the feds conviction rate is so high. When you're dealing with a man that got some money, you dig what I'm saying? When you're dealing with someone that got money, that can hire an attorney, that can hire private investigators, that can hire law clerks, man, it's a different ball game. It's a fair fight then. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, the feds ain't nothing to play with. Yes, they get down. Yes, they will book your ass. But when you got that bread, when you got a paralegal that can go in there and research thousands and thousands of cases, and you pay the lawyer that's actually gonna file a motion to dismiss your case, which is something that most public defenders and, court-appointed attorneys don't do. They try to plead you out. Man, it's a different ball game. And so that's what I want y'all to understand. Yes, the feds got a 97% conviction rate, but it's not because they go to trial 97% of the time. It's because they got a mountain of evidence. It's because most of the defendants are poor and they got to cop out. Their lawyers ain't doing nothing. Federal time is at 85%. You know what I mean? They deal with months versus years. So if they got a chance to take 60 months, which is 5 years, versus getting, 120 months, they usually take that and run with it. That's why the feds got such a high conviction rate. Do not equate Lil Durk's situation to the average criminal defendant in federal court. Once again, do not equate Lil Durk's situation to the average criminal defendant in federal court. Lil Durk got M's. He got M's, and he got a machine behind him that want him free. I'm just letting y'all know, man. Let me get this internet for a minute. It's your boy Rich Ones. Love.